Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today is coffee, tea, thoughts, and conversations because it's Monday.
Monday, yeah.
Francine is mobile today, so guess who's running the studio? Your girl is running the studio today. So, hey, you need to sit back and relax because something funny is going to happen today.
Mhm. All in good fun. All in good fun.
All in good fun. And today I'm here with my co-host who's sitting in for Fran today, Coach Karen Fern. She has been so gracious to join us all the way from Toronto, Canada. And I'm Terralina from California Cover-Ups, and we're the Biz Chicks. So we want to give a shout out to Francine, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. She's out there doing big things. And so, Biz Chicks rule number 3 is do what makes you money first. Okay, so go for it, Fran. Oh, my goodness. We're excited because every Monday we sort of just sit back and have a conversation. We'd like you to join us, to share this out to your friends and let them know they're welcome to the conversation also. Today's conversation is all about belief. And, because we're all about business, we want to talk about it in reference to your business. And so many times, Karen, I find that people have trouble believing that they're going to be successful. And as a result, they accept defeat before they even get started.
Yes.
And to me, that comes from someplace down in you where you've been disappointed before.
Yes. And that's what it is. You're hitting it on the right. The nail has gotten hit with the hammer. It is from previous experience. And so your past is dictating your future. You're saying, I fail at this. I wasn't good at that. So how could I not win at that? And that really keeps people back. I remember when I can draw to save my life, but I do a lot of creative things, but I'm not an artist. Like my sister is, my son, my daughter, there's some people around me who can draw, but I can draw, I can paint. And I had the bright idea to hook up with a classmate of mine. And I said to him, listen, you're good, but I'm good at coloring. So we hooked up. He was the drawer and I was the colorer.
Oh, okay.
I thought this made sense. Our teacher didn't think so, though. She was like, it's an art class. You got to draw.
You got to do everything.
You got to do everything. She missed out. We just stopped worrying about that. He would draw 2 times and I would get it. 1 for me, 1 for him, and I'll color his and he'll draw for me. We had a good thing going.
Well, I'm going to talk about this. The definition for belief. Okay, so somewhere in here I found a definition. It says to accept as true, feel sure of the truth, to be convinced by, to trust, to have confidence in, and to consider honest. Hold something as an opinion, think, or purpose. So let me see if I can copy this and stick this in the comments. Okay. Hold on a second.
And while Terry's doing that, the reason I thought of that story is because when you have the confidence to present, even though you can't you start building on your belief. You really start because that was a teacher, but this is what life is about. People will knock on you. And if you keep that in your heart, it's hard for you to go forward. It's just hard. It's hard. Do people get to see what's in the private chat, or do you need to put that in the Facebook?
I thought I put it over in the Facebook. Maybe I didn't.
But I'm seeing it here in our private chat.
Okay, so let me put it over here in the comments. Command V. There we go.
Oh, maybe you can put it in the live comments if you wanted to.
There we go.
Okay. All right. Just to be sure.
Right.
Right.
Consider honest. There's a definition. Can you see it?
Yes, I see it. I saw
it.
I can see it. I wasn't sure if they can see it, so that's why Wanted to make
Yeah.
sure that they can sell.
Al is with us. How you doing, Al? Yeah, we're talking about believe.
Yes.
Um, be meaning to consider something truthful, honest, have confidence in it. Um, and so I cut and pasted the definition over here in the
Okay.
chat,
I can
guys.
see it. It's in the chart. It's in districts and regions.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. So that's interesting. Okay. So anyway, I don't want to get distracted by shiny objects.
No looking anywhere. Stay out, friend. Hope everything is well with
That's
you.
keep the conversation
Yes,
going.
I'll say hi. You keep it going.
Okay, sounds good. Um, I think a lot of times we don't succeed in business because we really don't believe that our idea is going to sell.
Yes.
So, how do we change that? Something is going on in us, the conversation that we're having with ourselves or allowing ourselves to have with others is working against us
Yes.
because we're the sum of our experiences, the sum of our thoughts. Because once we accept the thought, it gets in our heart and we begin to speak it out of our mouth and it begins to form.
And we live by them. Our behavior live into what we say. We say, I can't sell this glass. Well, you can't sell a glass if you say you can't sell a glass because you believe you can't sell the glass. But Mary over there is busy selling like 10 glasses. And you're like, how is she doing it? And how is she doing it? But the difference is she believes she can sell 10 glass. Let's say her belief wasn't 10% strong. It was still at five that says, listen, I got to eat today. So I'm going to sell 5 glass because this is the other part. You have to understand that not every time you're working at that 100% I like to talk about, it's like, I got to eat, I got to wear, I got to live. But sometimes when those things are covered already, then it's hard for you to believe you can sell the 10 glass.
You know what? That is so true. I'm telling you, when I had to sell to eat, I had a whole different attitude toward it
Yes.
and a whole different level of commitment. It
Hmm.
was like, I'm not coming home till I've sold XYZ number of product.
Yes. And that enthusiasm that you had, and most people had, goes away when money starts rolling in. And that's why I talk about it being uncomfortable. Being uncomfortable is good. That's why people with money, everybody says, you got so much money. Why are you still trying to make money? No, they're not trying to make more money, but money they will make. What they're doing is staying, understanding, and keeping focused. That's what they're doing. It's not about
Mm,
the money anymore. It's about staying and being focused on what they are being focused on. But a person who, can't imagine themselves with more than $10,000. Matter of fact, somebody might be making $100,000 a year, but because it doesn't come to them all at once, in their psyche, they don't even believe that they can make 100,000 a year.
wow.
They will talk about it, they'll say that, but they can't believe that they make 100,000 a year. That's why if they quit that job and they start a business, they wouldn't make 100,000 a year until they start believing in themselves that what they had produced in that job was quality, was worthy of
Uh-huh.
that and more, maybe 4 times. Then
Wow.
they would be able to do that. Because that's why most people quit their job, cannot come up. They cannot come up right away. I'm not saying they can't forever, but I'm saying
Hmm.
once they change, they believe they will. So you'll see somebody start a business, oh, well, I started a business and in 3 months I was doing this, that, and that. That person had been working on themselves before they left their jobs, before they started a business. Working on yourself is so much more important than the business of itself and the idea
Wow.
that it makes people feel like I can't do it because no, you're asking me to really look deep inside of myself and I don't like some of the things about me. So if I got to do that, I'm not going to start a business. But that is exactly what you have to do.
So what we believe will happen
Yep.
because we believe it and our mind will follow what we believe. So in order to change what's happening, we have to get new information
Mhm.
and we have to, I call it change the channel.
Yes. That's a good way to look at it. That's really a good way to look at it.
Change the channel, people.
Yeah.
Stop listening to whatever it is or
Yeah.
whoever it is that
Yes.
is speaking unbelief into your life
Yeah.
about your business. Hey, Janice, how you doing?
Hi, Janice.
Janice Jordan's over here on Facebook. We're
Yeah.
talking about be
Yeah.
in relationship to your business. A lot of times we just accept what people say. And
Yeah.
listen, but see, I tell you all the time, coach, that I didn't tell anybody I was starting a business till after I was successful in sales,
Hmm.
because I knew that I could be easily discouraged
Yes.
with a new venture because of the type of venture it was, because of my skill levels
Yes.
and different things. I really didn't have that super confidence that it would be
Hmm.
successful. So
Yeah.
I waited to tell people.
Yeah. Good morning, Laura.
Good morning, Nora. How you doing? Yeah, I waited to tell people. And I wonder, is that a good thing? What do you think?
It's a good thing because you know who you are. And that's what
Mm,
you have to do. If you're the kind of person that you can tell people and they can't change your mind, then you can go ahead. Because one of the things I teach in my program is you can tell people, maybe you might want to ask them for help. But if you're not strong in that area, then you don't tell them. But if you're strong in the area, you want to call everybody up, and you want to tell them what you're doing, and you want to tell them how to tell people what you're doing so they don't give people the wrong information.
mm-hmm.
So that's good. But if you, on the other hand, is easily talked out of what you want to do, you don't want to talk about it. So you have to know who you are. And you can't lie to yourself in this position. Do not lie to yourself. If you know you call a friend and you start talking, she said, "Girl, I don't think that's what you're supposed to do," and you crawl up in like a snail in your shell and you disappear, don't call. Yeah, you know who you are. Don't do it. But
Yes, because
you
a
know,
lot of a lot of times, coach, people say, when you're starting a business or you're in business, the first people you should call is friends and family and sell to them. What do you think of that?
that's if, again, you are the person that doesn't go in a shell. And the thing is, selling to them is hard if you haven't sold. And so
Mm.
that's why they're trying to, they're your warm audience. That's what they're really saying to them. They are your
Oh,
warm
okay.
audience and they're not cold. So if you warm up with them, I think what they should further say is don't expect to make a sale from them, but if you do, be happy. That way, the person is going in understanding, not so disappointed if they got shut down. I'd rather tell them, go in telling them, describing to them your business.
Hmm.
Don't look for a sale so much as, you got a sister or brother or anything you have or cousins, and you don't go into them trying to sell them. Just tell them what you're doing and explain to them that if they're going to tell anybody about you, here's what I want you to say about me. Be bold enough to say that. I want you to tell people that I'm a coach. Don't tell them I don't know what Karen does, call her up. No, tell them I'm a coach and here's what I coach on. And every time you meet them, if they're the positive kind and you can do it, you tell
Hmm.
them. Every conversation you're in, you tell them. Because what you're doing is, you might like the word, but you're brainwashing them to understand who you are. Because they have brainwashed you into telling you, if you didn't know, I'm a nurse, I'm a nurse, I'm a nurse, I'm a nurse. They tell you every chance they get. Girl, you know what happened to me the other day at the hospital? They told you they're a nurse. You know what happened while I was coming on the bus? They told you they're a nurse. They tell you. So you can tell them. But you can't tell them expecting they're going to be your sole breadwinner. They're going to pay
Um,
you. No, you can't go in that
so
way.
it's not it's not to tell them so that you can be a customer. It's just to remind yourself of who you are.
Yeah,
Be-
yeah.
And like the other day, a lady said, "So what do you do?" And I said, "Well, I sell clothing." And
Hmm.
she, oh, okay. She could get to that. You know
Yes,
what I'm saying?
yes,
But I have been doing it so long that it's second nature for me to
yes,
say that's what I do.
yes,
I also run a business called Biz Chicks.
yes.
But I thought she would be more interested in the clothes. So we were having that
Right.
conversation.
And you know your people would have
That
been
was
more
the audience
interested.
for that.
Yes. And that's what you talk about. And if you're not good yet and you want to practice, you call them up and you said, I got a friend of mine. Yeah, you're going to fib. I got a friend of mine that sells t-shirts. If you
Mm.
know anybody's looking, holler at me. If you're not brave enough, but you must tell, you've got a friend of mine. And the friend of mine is whatever you choose to call your business. Don't go telling them it's you. Tell them
Oh,
a friend of mine. A friend of mine sell t-shirts. What's the
and,
business
and
name?
because I would hope that you are your best friend. Now we got a comment over here. I'm going to stick it up from Janice. Janice says the best way to believe in your business is to give it to God. And if you give your business to God, your faith and God take over. Absolutely. Absolutely. As a believer,
I
I
totally
totally
agree,
get it.
Janice. I totally agree.
Be-
But some
because
people
it's
are
not mine to
believers.
begin with.
Yeah, but some people haven't even reached yet how to believe. This is
Mm.
so hard to say to a Christian, but it's true. Like, you're there and you have your half a foot in and half a foot out. And I can tell you this because I'm a believer forever. But my mom had, reminded me about thing at one time. She said, "Kind only half a foot is in." Was I mad? I was mad with her. But in the Pacific instance, half a foot was in.
Well, my grandmother used to say 99 and a half won't do.
Right?
Yeah, yeah. So you're right about this, Janice, because it's not really our business. And the other thing is, I think, do we really believe, especially if you are a person of faith, do you believe what you're being taught? Because my faith says I shall have what I say. So the question is, do I believe that? And if I believe it, then I should be saying some really powerful things about my business.
But we want the proof first.
You see
We
what I
don't
mean?
want to believe first. We want the proof
But
first.
he didn't tell, and he told us not to be moved by what we see.
Right. Right.
He also said we don't have to figure it out. Our job is to believe,
Yes.
and he'll show us what to do. So, that's a whole different thing. Um, and that's a conversation for us believers.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to you, if you have a business, there are things that and you are doubting whether or not that business is going to be successful, then you need to change the channel, change your conversation, and feed yourself some positive reinforcement. Does that make
Agreed.
sense?
Agreed. I often tell my clients, I said, whatever is the main thing that you do, you need to have a couple other things that you do. And if you really and truly don't have anything else that you do, pick up your Bible and go read some verses, because maybe that's what you need to do at that moment. And it seems like and I know people, don't give me flack or give me if you want, don't care. But people say, well, what am I reading in the Bible? And I usually the person, what should I read? And I can say, one of the things about reading in the Bible is whatever I needed, the Bible will open up to what I needed.
Isn't that special? It is.
I
It
don't
just
have to
be
worry what
exactly what you
I need.
need.
The pages just open up, and that's what I needed to read. That was it.
Hmm.
So
Because
trust, you got to trust.
okay, so my question is, I put a question over there, guys, for you, and my question to you is, what do you do? I should say, to encourage yourself.
Mhm.
So, oh, okay. Janice says to encourage myself, I pray.
Yes.
I'm on board with that, Janice.
Yes. We are. We are.
Yeah, and then
Yes.
Janice says believe and have faith. Yeah, because
Yes.
he told you to believe for it, and not to go see it necessarily. He
Yes.
said if you believe, then you'll see it.
Yes.
Eventually, it will turn up in your life.
Yes.
Uh,
And,
yeah,
and just like we were talking about Murphy Law, things will come and showcase to you why your belief won't work. And if that's not enough, then they'll send people along to you to convince you why it wouldn't work. And it's usually the people closest to you, take on a different face and a different behavior. And it's like an involuntary thing that they're doing. So you have to see beyond what they're dishing out to you and just understand it's just coming to test you, to see what it's going to do to you.
I think the thing you really have to remember is that some people that you're talking to have never been an entrepreneur. And so it frightens them that you're no longer just going to be an employee.
Yes.
So it's, oh, that's so dangerous.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Why would you want to do it? I'm going to lose my friend. If you get busy, I'm going to lose my friend. Like, I need my friend. So they're really being selfish, and they don't know what to do. So they would never tell you that, but all those thoughts are going on in their heads,
And a lot of times they do it because they're scared for you because they've never done it.
Yes.
And they don't come from a background that's been extremely successful at it.
Yes.
And so they're concerned for you.
Yes. Yes.
I don't think they always come from a selfish place. I think they come from a protective place too.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
probably both. Probably both. Probably both is happening. Probably both.
Exactly,
It's
exactly.
like going back to school. If you go back to school in your 60s, people ask you like, "You're not going to get a job when you finish. Why would you bother?" Well, it's for the person's own person. That's why
Well,
they do
and the question is, how do you know that?
it, right?
If you, especially if you're getting a degree in something where um, there is a scarcity, where there's a super need,
Mm.
like cybersecurity. They don't care how old you are. They just want to know, can you
You
make
can
this
do
thing?
it. You're hired. You can do it. You're hired. Somebody I know working in a kitchen, and somebody came as a work study in their kitchen, and the person was 58, and they were saying to me, I can't believe this is when she's starting her career. I mean, nobody's gonna hire her when she's finished with us. And I looked at the person that was talking about the lady, and I said, how sad. How sad for you to think that do you know what it took for her to go back to school at 58
Mhm.
to start a new career? To get a job. Life, you don't know her life, so you don't know why she's starting at 58. You just don't know.
Exactly. Uh, I just So here's the thing. It says that to believe means to have confidence.
Hmm.
So, you got to have confidence in yourself, and you've got to encourage yourself
Yes,
so that that confidence grows. You got to
yes,
water it
yes,
every
yes.
day. So
It's a
that
bamboo tree.
so you might want to start out with some really great affirmations, some really great statements
Yes,
about your business. My
yes,
business is going to grow today.
yes,
I'm going to call my clients today.
yes,
Just, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that makes you want to do this. I'm going to have $1 million day today, whatever. Just
yes,
put those
yes,
things
yes,
in front of you
yes,
so that they're always there to remind you. If
yes,
and I've seen a lot of people do this, Karen. They put up copies of some of their biggest checks.
yes, yes. I was a check writer. I'd write my check in advance.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a check writer. Because I just know it works. I also was the kind of person who I never call it a journal before, but I'm always a writer. So I would write whatever I want quite a few times. And some things takes a lot of writing for me to feel free of it,
Mm,
especially if I'm going against myself feeling like I can't accomplish it. It doesn't matter how successful you are. There's things that tells you you can't accomplish. So I'm going against saying I have no proof. I can't accomplish it, and I'm writing words to combat that scenario. So every time it comes up, it says it. And what led me to write a quote says, "I'm successful because I say so. I'm successful because I'm a child of God," and that sort of thing. So I write a lot of quotes for myself, even though I
mm.
shared it. It was really for me to get me past that time, to get me through that time. And then I share those quotes with other people because we all go through it.
I think one of my well, I'm going to say this. I have heard you talk about digital mentors. Can you can you speak on that just a moment and tell me more about this check writing?
I call them my mental mentors. And so when I first started with personal development, I didn't even know that's what it was called, but just developing me and learning about me. And
Hmm.
of course, once you lead yourself down that road, then God just sends other things in your path because it's like you're looking after this, so I'm going to help you, and that's what He does. And so when I started doing that, I got to get to go to a show and listen to people talk, and it just keep encouraging me. And so the people that I really love and love what they were doing, I made a calendar and I put them up there. And so twice a day I would listen to them. One in the morning, one in the afternoon. So I had like Les Brown up there, I had Tony, I got Jim Ron, and they got the days that I listened to them, Dr. Miles, and I listened to this person in the morning, this person in the afternoon. So 7 days a week, they're in my head. So anytime I'm feeling like I want to crash, I will go put them in. And I got my date set and I'm there and I'm just punging them away. The other thing I did, and so I never met these people. So those are my mental mentors. I can call upon them and I can literally say, so what would you do? And I'm telling you, I call upon them just like when I'm praying. I speak to God and I've always spoken to Him like this. It's always been me having a conversation with Him. I have it in the morning. I have it as I walk.
That's called prayer.
I constantly ask Him for what I want. have the conversation on what's going on and how I don't like to see it's going and how I can turn things around. Okay, Janice, bye bye.
See you later, Jen.
And all those things, like I would just keep writing them. So I call them my mental mentors because I don't have to go anywhere to find them. They're there and I can listen to them. And I could read and I ask for guidance in scriptures. And I'm not a memory scripture kind of gal. Some people
Mhm.
can do it. I haven't found the skill yet to be able to do it, but I open my physical Bible and I read it. And I would also write out scriptures. So it's over my schedule. There's 2 pages of Psalms up there that I can just, as soon as I walk in my door, I can look up and literally read it. And depending on what's happening in my day. For the check writing, I went ahead and write the number I wanted and the date on it.
Oh, I love it. And
I
make it out to yourself.
yes. I also write because my mom gave me this pamphlet. We're talking about giving to faith offering. So write a faith offering that I want to work towards. And then I multiply what I need to do per week, per day to get to that number and then work on that. Also, if you have multiple streams of income, every stream of income, it's set up this way where 10% goes for tithing, 10% goes for investing. Like it doesn't mean because I'm doing over here. Every stream has to still give that. I hold myself to that standard. So there's times I just kind of big check, but it's okay because that's what I decided to do. So even if I didn't show up for church on Sunday, that has nothing to do with what I say I'm going to do. I just pop in, go to the secretary, and hand it over.
And now we text to give. There's
Yeah,
so many
right?
different ways to get it there.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Now I want to share this from Brenna. Brenna says, to encourage myself, I goal set, visit my calendar, which is what you were saying,
Mhm.
Coach. Know that I'm worthy to share with the intention to inspire positive change. I love these are her affirmations. I love it,
Yes.
Brenna. Thank you so much. Wow. Here's my favorite one because this one tells me that let me get in here. Hold on. I'm going to get in here and share this. My favorite scripture is John, and let me show it.
Mhm.
3 John 1 and 2. Beloved, I wish above all things that you may get health, even as your soul prospers. So, as far as I'm concerned, the fix is in because he wants me to prosper.
Yes, right?
He wants me to prosper. You can't lose with this one. So I try to keep this one in
You
front of
can
me,
lose.
and in my spirit because I need my health. But he
Yes.
even put my wealth in front of that. He said, I want you to
Yes.
prosper. And I want you to be in health, even as your soul prospers. So as long as I keep him first, I know it's the fix is in. So that's how I inspire myself.
Right.
Uh, but I am just so glad because we're talking about this because this is the month of thankfulness.
Yes.
And we're getting ready to celebrate Thanksgiving here in the United States. You guys celebrated last month, didn't you?
Yes. We are. We celebrate before you guys.
Yes, I can.
Before that, we celebrate, right? So.
Maybe just took a little while for the news to get down here. But I say all that to say, encourage yourself, believe in your business, know that your business is set to succeed, folks, and that the fix is in. Oh, there's Corinda. How
Yeah.
you doing?
Oh, I was trying to see. Let me see if I could share it. I wanted to share the screen of this quote with you guys. If you'll
Okay.
let me share it. Let's see if I can share it. Because it's just one of those ones where you really and truly know that you know that you know. And sometimes we are doubting what we know.
Yeah,
We're doubting what we know, and that doubt is just holding us hostage.
and there's a little book called Doubt the Doubt.
Oh yeah.
Doubt the Doubt. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Entire screen. Oh, it's not
Yeah,
letting
it's
me
a little
share that.
mini book.
All right. Okay. Where are
Okay.
we? Download. Yeah. So it's hard for people. Can you see it?
Yes, I can.
think it's over.
Now, can we
Yeah, there
add
we go.
this to the stream? Let's see.
Okay, are you seeing that?
Well, I'm seeing a blank screen.
Okay, no,
Is
that's
it in there?
there it is. Are you seeing it now?
Okay, let me come out. I'm gonna remove it and come back in. I see Coach Karen's screen, but there's nothing on it.
You're not on it. All right, that's weird.
Yeah, it is.
Stop
Because I
sharing.
saw it a minute ago.
Yeah, it is a black background, but yeah, it's these things happen on the.
Okay, can you read?
I'm gonna just read it. I'm
Can
gonna
you read
read
it to us?
guys
Yes.
what it says. I am successful because I steer my own ship through Christ that strengthens me. I am successful because the Father who thou art in heaven has blessed me. I'm successful because I'm a child of God, and no one can stop me.
I love it. And it's just so short. It's sweet and and I think sometimes we get, super woo 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 when it comes to, what we believe and who we believe in and why we believe the things we do. But I want to say to you, whatever it is that encourages you, helps you doubt the doubt about the things that are negative, that would keep you from doing business, we want to encourage you to encourage yourself
Yes,
and begin to believe in yourself.
yes,
And
yes.
with that, we want to remind you that tomorrow's Tuesday. TJ and Francine are going to be talking social media for business. And hopefully they'll be talking it in English like we do on Fridays. so the folks who have a limited vocabulary can understand. We hope we've encouraged you today to do something wonderful
Yes.
for yourself and for your business. With that, Karen, is there anything you want to share before we go?
No, just understand confidence is building blocks. So if you're feeling really down today, it just means that just today, don't attach anything to it. Tomorrow you do a little more, then a little more. Then all of a sudden, it feels like all of a sudden, but you've been building. It's building blocks.
Great. Thank you, guys. And we want to remind you, don't forget to go to the front of your own line. Bye-bye.